Hi everyone, it's Amanda. Today I'm going to be doing my recent reads. I have contemporary and dark romances along with my opinion on Denali Vipers. If you like romance books like me, be sure to like and subscribe down below for more bookish content. I'd love to have you here, and let's just get into the books. First up, we have Haunting Adaline by H.D. Carlton. I have a blog coming out very soon for this one and Haunting Adaline. I just need to finish that one. But this one I absolutely loved. I rated it a 4.5 stars. I didn't love how slow it got towards the middle, and it had a lot of plot points going on in my opinion, but I loved how it wrapped things up in the end and really tied it all together. Zaid in this book, the love interest and stalker, sign me up any day. Sign me up any day. The first spicy scene in this was, I definitely tabbed that scene. The setting in this one was so good. We follow our main character who just moved into her grandmother's house, which is like a Victorian style. It's on like a cliff and it's just so beautiful. The setting in this was so strong, and she ends up catching the attention of Zaid, who is the famous Z. He hunts human traffickers and exposes them, you know, kills them, that stuff. So he's like a good guy and a bad guy at the same time because he's stalking our girl, but he's also saving girls' lives. So that's really good about him. And then we're also following a murder mystery kind of. So she finds out her great-grandmother was murdered in the house that she's living in currently. And so she's wondering what happened because it was never solved. So there's a lot going on in this book, and that's why it kind of got slower towards the middle. I don't know. It seems like there's a lot going on and that it wouldn't be slow, but it was a little bit in the middle. But I still absolutely loved it. So many quotable scenes. It is worth the hype. I know a lot of people have been seeing this around lately. But yeah, I have a vlog coming out soon, so look out for that. Zaid always follows through on his threats. And that's all I'll say about that. Next, I read Darling Venom by Parker Huntington. This one was a little bit weird for me, so I rated it a 3.5. I absolutely loved the beginning. It had such promise. It had a really dark topic, and I thought it was going to be done really well, which that topic was. The topic is suicide, so if you wanted triggers, definitely suicide is the main trigger in this one, but it was handled really well. I loved the mental health aspect in here. I thought it was written very well. I just didn't love where it went after the beginning. This is a brother's best friend story. Our main character in this one, she's struggling a lot with mental health because she lost her parents to a fire that she kind of was responsible for starting, not on purpose, but on accident. It's really sad. Her sister also has like third-degree burns because of this, and she just feels kind of hopeless in the beginning of this book. So she makes a pact with this guy that also was on the roof that she goes to end her life, and they make a pact to meet every year at the rooftop to go over their lives and see what's changed, what's improved, and if they still want to do it, that type of thing. But the story takes a turn. Let's just say the first spicy scene was something else, and that's when I started disliking it a little bit more. I still really liked it. It was entertaining. I read it super fast, but let's just say I did not enjoy that gyno scene. If you know, you know. But everyone talks about that scene in all the videos I've seen with this book involved, and I'm just confused at the whole thing. I don't know. I did like it, and I loved the topics that were in this. It was just the romance itself was lacking for me. Everything else was great. Then I read Denali Vipers by K.A. Knight with my friends. I thought I was gonna really like this one because I normally have a great time reading these type of books, dark romances that some people don't love, but this one did not work for me at all. It's a reverse harem, and I'm sure you've heard of it. We have all the guys and then this girl gets kidnapped by them. It's your average like mafia, organized crime type of setting, but our main character is so insufferable. I hated her so much. She was like the ultimate pick-me girl, and I just could not vibe with the story after that. I was trying to compare her to Ruth from Ozark because that's how I was picturing, because some of her lines reminded me of that.
I know if you're a killer, then I'm fucking Snow White and I don't see any dwarfs around.
And that was helping the situation. It was helping Roxy out a bit. But towards the end, I was like, we can't even salvage it with that. In my opinion, it did have a plot that wasn't what I thought was bad about it or anything. anything. I just didn't vibe with the writing style. The steam is at the forefront, but I didn't love the steam either. It just felt so repetitive, and at some point I just like numb to it all. I was pretty sad I didn't fall on the loving it side of things, just because I normally do love those types of books. I love reverse harem, but I think I'm kind of a snob now when it comes to it, just because of Twisted Heathens and how good that is. Also, I didn't love Diesel the best. I know a lot of people stan him, but I was really team Kenzo, so that one got a 2-star from me. Then we have Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. This one was a Sugar and Spice book club pick. We just had a discussion with the roomies. I'll link it above, but this one was really fun. I rated it a 3.5. In this one we follow Mackenzie, who is going to college, but she doesn't really want to be going to college because she has a really successful online business. And when she goes to college, she goes to this town that is very touristy, and the main love interest, Cooper, he hates the tourist, he hates the rich girls, you know, and so he makes this bet that he'll be able to break her up with her boyfriend and then embarrass the boyfriend and embarrass her. So it's kind of after vibes. The problems that I had with it weren't the cheating aspects. Trigger warning for cheating. I wasn't bothered by that at all. It was mostly the ending being so abrupt. It really ends on such a note where you're like, I needed an epilogue. I don't know why there's no epilogue here. And then also I felt like the steamy scenes weren't as good as like their first kiss interactions. It just felt like a letdown because their chemistry was really well done. Okay, this one's super entertaining, super fun. It's definitely worth a read. I just wish there was an epilogue, and I think it would have been a 4.5. But I really liked the drama in here. If you liked After, you'll definitely like this one, and I really think this would be good for the summertime. I had a few smaller issues with it, but it kind of gets spoilery at that point. So if you want to see my full thoughts and Christine and Mo's thoughts as well, I'll link the discussion down below. Super fun. We also discussed how this cover has nothing to do with the story at all, and the summary is not the greatest either for this book. So if you're interested in an after-like story, I would pitch it as that because it truly reminded me of it. Next we have Marriage for One by Ella Mays. This one is a Grumpy Sunshine. It is a slow burn, but I really ended up liking this one. It has more of a boring storyline. There's like no plot at all, and it's not because it's steamy. The plot is just like character development. We start off right when they're getting in their marriage of convenience, and then we're always teased with this like secret that he has for why they got married, and that kind of irritated me a bit, so that's why I rated it 4 stars. It was just like dragging on a bit in terms of that drama, but what got me in the end, it was gonna be a 3-star, but what got me is the ending, the groveling, and their vows to each other towards the end. I really believed in their love story. It was so cute. In this one, basically, we start out with a marriage of convenience, and he's a lawyer, so it will benefit her to get married because she can build her coffee shop, and then he benefits because he gets this property that her family owned. And there's an ex involved and all this stuff, and there's a secret looming over their heads of why he decided to do this. And I really enjoyed it thoroughly. I read this with Nicole too, and I think she rated it the same as me. We both really loved the ending, the epilogue, and their connection was just so good. And you still get a lot of steam in terms of like the tension, and you believe in their chemistry, which I always love with romance books, of course. And lastly, I did read a novella from a certain author, but from recent events, I cannot support this author anymore, so they will not be featured on my channel anymore. And if I recommended them before, I'm going to have a comment on that video because I do not support anything that this author has been accused of in recent events. So those are all the books that I've read. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe down below for more bookish content, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!